Okay, so let me float an observation and see if we have way more. I'm wondering if the literalism, which for me is lowering the ceiling, it's taking the air out of the room. Literalism takes oxygen out of the room. I'm sorry. We do get fixing the dishwasher manuals, whether it's fixing gender issues or racial issues or whatever. The kind of literalism of those dramas, they become a bit like essays. And they stop being a piece of theater. They stop being a piece of drama. They stop being with all the complexities. And I'm wondering if we haven't finally, it's seeped in through every pore, that the literalism of television and what television has done in terms of the literal version of the news, the literal documentaries and the literal dramas on television have over 30 to 40 years for this generation, and that's been their listening, not their operas or not their whatever. They have absorbed that literalism. If I look at television drama now, or I watch the writers' rooms of whatever, it is literally telling the story, telling you where you're going, how you're seeing, what the audience will feel. And has that literalism invaded back into the theater, the expectations of the writers and the creators of theater, that they no longer will reach with wild images or ideas that you go, is this really about what we're talking about? But it's that exploration of image and sound and verse and text and the rest of it that has been swept aside by, I have to literally tell the story, because that's what I grew up with on television.
Mm-hmm. Well, what the movies of the week were incredibly annoying for that reason, because that was when television really stripped everything away except the issue. So you would have a cancer movie every week, and you would have, and it wasn't metaphorical. It was a treatise. It was a lecture. It was and we've had great lecturers. I mean, Brecht was a great lecturer and used the theater to make his points in a kind of lecture format. But it wasn't just linear. It wasn't, we've got Mac the Knife. It's not, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not violate children in their slumber. They just, that's how we would do that today. Whereas, Brecht, and I've forgotten where he got his original idea from, John Gay or somebody. But the points get made, I don't know, this is too hard for me, Robert. I don't know what I can say that's sensible. I'm interested in the question. What is the difference between now and then is another way of framing the question.
If I go to the production of The Maids, Jean Genet, that you guys did, okay. If I turn on television and watch a police procedural drama on television, if I'm watching the police procedural on television now, I can tell you the next scene even before they've started it, and I can probably tell you what each of the actors is going to say. It is that linear and that formulaic, and we've been doing that for 30 to 40 years. If I sit in Jean Genet, The Maids, I have no idea what the next scene is. As a spectator, I have no idea what's coming. I have no idea what they're going to say. And therein lies the difference between a commercial idea of storytelling that has embedded itself now, I think, in a generation, and a non-commercial idea of storytelling, which is in fact drama, which is driven by the artists, not the producers, not the investors, not the Sonys, not the Coca-Colas. And it is that difference, for me, that has brought this literally deadening literalism that is, well, I have a really hard time with it. But to go back to The Maids, I had no idea what was happening in the next scene, and that was exhilarating. Right, to watch that relationship, you have no idea where this story is going. And that was part of the artistic ride and risk and energy, as it were.